After living in the Philippines for 20 years, one question keeps coming up. And that question is, what was the real reason why you left? You know, some people want the truth, some people want just a little bit of drama, a breaking point, or something negative. But the truth is that not every life change comes from something going wrong. You know, sometimes it comes from realizing it's simply time for a new chapter. You have to set some kind of expectations. If you're new here, we spent 2 decades, 20 years living in Asia. Retired overseas, learned a lot along the way. And this channel that we opened up isn't about hype, isn't about selling a dream. It's about sharing the real lessons that we learn so others can make a better decision. Simple as that. Today's video is not about criticizing the Philippines in no way. In no way. It's about clarity. It's about timing. It's about an honest retirement decision. Because a lot of people watching this are either thinking about retiring abroad or curiously wondering what it's like to be there, or even wondering when it might be time to move on, okay? So what people expect and what it is and wasn't, two different things. So when people hear 20 years and we left, they assume something must have gone wrong. Well, why would you do that? 20 years? Come on. So let me be very clear about what this was not, okay? This was not a visa issue for me. It wasn't about a legal issue. We didn't get in trouble with the law. It wasn't money problems. It wasn't a bad experience or falling out with the country or the people. If anything, it was the last 3 years probably before we made the decision. It was about waiting for my wife's visa to come over here. So it wasn't a visa problem. It was just the waiting period that took 3 years longer than we expected. And she's never been to America, so of course I wanted to bring her here. She understood, you know, everything that we talked about as to the reasons why, and she was fully in agreement with it. So once she got the visa, we just proceeded, right? In fact, if those things had been the reason, the decision would have been a lot easier. This one wasn't, because nothing was broken at all. We had a good life in the Philippines. But life stages change, even in paradise. And here is the part that, you know, that doesn't get talked about enough. Retirement is not just one single phase at all, okay? What feels perfect in your 50s can feel very different in your 60s and beyond, if you want to keep comparing it. But after 20 years, we started asking different questions about ourselves, about our life. How close do we want to be to family? And in this time, we actually made a decision to move a little bit over halfway, okay? Because my family is in Los Angeles. We're in Hawaii. My wife's family is still in the Philippines. So we got, you know, 5+ hours to LA. We have 8+ hours to the Philippines. Another thing that we actually discussed at that time, what kind of healthcare access gives us peace of mind? How much energy do we want to spend navigating the systems that once felt exciting? None of these questions mean something is wrong. They simply mean we've changed. That's all. So, you know, the gratitude without the romanticizing part of it is that we are deeply grateful for our life in the Philippines. It gave us friendships, memories, growth, a lifestyle that worked beautifully for many years. I got married there, for God's sakes. I created a family, a household. We bought properties. We built our dream house on the beach, which We still have, obviously, and that's why we will be going back and forth every few months. The thing is not over. Our love with Philippines is not over. But gratitude doesn't mean that you have to stay forever. We all know nothing is forever, and we don't know what has been written for us for our near future, right? But I think some retirees feel guilty admitting that a place no longer fits, especially when it once felt like it was paradise. But staying out of nostalgia instead of alignment with your own life is how people get stuck. So the real reason? Clarity, not crisis. So what was the real reason, you ask me? And I tell you again, simply clarity. We made it clear in our own minds, in our own life, that our priorities had shifted. Clarity that being closer to family mattered more than thrills and in the adventures that we had, although they're not over. Clarity that the next chapter of retirement required a different kind of comfort and familiarity. We didn't leave running away from something. We left walking towards what made sense for who we are now, basically. So the retirement lesson, here is the lesson that I hope people take from this. If you're watching and if you're planning to go abroad, don't build your retirement identity around a place. Build it around your values, about your health, number one, about your relationships. Places are just pages and chapters, but they're not a contract. You don't sign this, okay? The smartest retirees that I've met are the ones who know when to stay and when to turn the page, basically. So, if you are retired in Asia, if you're thinking about retiring abroad, or quietly wondering whether it's time for a change, you're not alone. Believe me, you're not alone. These questions are normal, and they deserve a real honest conversation, if not conversations. On this video up here, the next video, I will tell you my observations as to why some retirees thrive in Asia and some don't. This again, please hear me. These things that I'm going to share with you in that video is an observation, and it isn't judgment, because everyone has the right to live their life the way they think is best for them. But this is what I observed. I lived in the Philippines for 20 years. That's a long time. It's kind of a young life. We learned a lot of things. I lived and met many people in my 20 years there. Many expats, many retirees who went there for one reason or another, just like me, maybe even just like you in the future. Some go for the money because, like I said before in my other video, you make that dollar stretch like this and it doesn't break, okay? And that is one important part of it. Now, how long is that excitement going to last? How worth it is that going to be? That is up to you. I'm not an expert on anything except I am an expert in my life. And what I lived and what I've seen, trust in my eyes, trust in my heart, okay? I've been asked a lot of questions about the reality of what I am saying. And I asked back. A few times I had to ask them back. Did you live in Asia for 20 years? I did. Have you opened and managed a successful business in Asia for over 12 years? I did. Have you ever bought properties in Asia? Rentals? I have. Have you built your dream house on the beach? Which I still have, thank God. I have. So you can question me about many issues, but I tell you one thing. When it comes to these observations, my 20 years experience living, loving, investing confirms them. Okay? So if you are wondering, or the thought is going on your head to retire abroad, especially in the Philippines, and that is brewing in your head, you need to watch this video. It's very important, really. And not just to watch the video, but the information on that video. You have to grasp it, you have to chew it up before you make the decision. So, if this video helps you think a little bit more clearly about your own journey, I do appreciate a like. And if you have a comment or you want to ask something more privately about investing there, how banking works, the pros and cons of being retired in another country, the visa situations, blah, 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 please send it to me in the comment area. Subscribe to the channel so we can go through this journey together. If you have real personal questions, I ask them respectfully, and I'm always happy to share what we've learned. Even if you want to send it to our email, you can do that, okay? That's about all I have on this one. So thank you for being there with me, guys, today. And of course, I will meet you back here on my next video. And take care of yourselves, and most importantly, take care of each other. Okay? Take care. Bye-bye.